Hello everybody, Kristen Roplat here. I'm an acupuncturist in Southern California and I'm an expert in cellular healing. And one of the things that is near and dear to my heart are things that have to do with the thyroid gland, that little gland that really is controlling so much of your well-being in your body. And I have so many people coming to see me with problems with their thyroid, either hypothyroid, which is underactive thyroid, hyperthyroid, overactive thyroid, Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune condition of the thyroid. But for so many of these people, they've suffered with symptoms for years and years. And when I ask them, have you had a thyroid panel, they always reply, or most of them reply, yes, and my doctor told me it was normal. So most doctors typically run a TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone test, and perhaps free T3 and free T4, or regular T3 and regular T4, but then that's it. And they look at your TSH and they say, oh no, you're fine if it's in range. Now that range, that reference range that they're using, in my opinion, is very, very broad. So a lot of people are going to fall into normal range. But I look at so many different things when I'm thinking about whether this person has a thyroid challenge. So let's talk about symptoms. If you are exhausted, no matter what you do, you just can't get that energy back. If you are having fluctuating temperature, whether you're hot all the time or you're freezing all the time, you're the one that always wears the sweater, even in the summer. If you're the outer third of your eyebrows is disappearing, if you're having gobs of hair loss, where every time you wash your hair you dread it because the drain is full of lost hair, if you are gaining weight at an exponential rate, no matter what you do, even if you eat 500 calories a day, even if you're exercising and you absolutely don't seem to be able to stop that weight gain. On the other end, if you are having a ton of palpitations, heart palpitations, your heart is pounding all the time, if you're anxious, if you're hot and sweating, if you have a little ring around your thyroid, or you feel that there's a little bit of swelling, all these things have to be addressed. But the first thing that I want to talk about is, let's talk about which blood tests that you need, which markers you need tested in order to see whether or not there's something challenging going on with your thyroid. So if you have a pen and paper, you can write these down. Also, I'm going to write an article so you can read the article about this as well. But you need to have your TSH, your T3 and T4, your free T3 and your free T4. I want to suggest very strongly that you have your reverse T3 tested and also your thyroid antibodies. Many doctors don't want to run reverse T3, and many doctors, if they feel that your thyroid is normal, they don't want to run your thyroid antibodies. But here's a word to the wise. The reason why reverse T3 is really important is because reverse T3 is produced by your body when you're under a lot of stress. Who in the heck is not under a lot of stress? It was meant to be produced when we are running and hiding in a cave from the dinosaurs. When the dinosaur left, the reverse T3 went out of our body and our metabolism worked well. But what happens on your thyroid hormone receptor on the outside of your cell, you have this thyroid receptor that accepts the active hormone of your thyroid called free T3. Now, if you have a lot of stress, your body's going to produce reverse T3, and that reverse T3 is going to sit on top of that thyroid hormone receptor, and it is going to block the ability of the free T3 to get in. So I had a patient long time ago that came to me and said she was absolutely freezing. No matter what she did, no matter how many electric blankets she was under, she couldn't get warm. Well, they did one thyroid panel after another and they found nothing wrong until they ran her reverse T3, in which they found that it was supposed to be on her her lab test under 30, and it was 740. So that gave me an idea of what I needed to do, and over a period of time, we were able to reverse her stress and reduce inflammation in her body and her thyroid went back to normal. So these are all the things that you have to take into consideration. I don't want to keep going on and on about this video, but I can tell you that starting out, you have to have the right thyroid panel, and then you have to have the right practitioner that knows how to read it, okay? There's also something called a free T3 and reverse T3 ratio that also gives you an indication whether your thyroid is struggling. So if you have any of those symptoms or you suspect that you have thyroid challenges, then what I would do is ask for that full thyroid panel and make sure that you read my article that I'm going to be putting up on the website very soon about thyroid. Sorry, this fly is driving me crazy. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you get down to the bottom of what is going on with your thyroid. Bye-bye.